And we'll see everybody start to file in. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I just questioned what day it was really quick, but it's Wednesday. Hey, we're halfway through the week.
We're halfway through.
Oh my gosh. Finally. I feel like it's been the longest week ever and it's only halfway there. My goodness.
I know.
Hi guys. As you are popping in, say what's up in the chat. I love seeing all you guys hop on. Hello. There's Crystal, Lorraine, Patty, Becky. Hello. There's Miss Tammy.
Hey, Tammy.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
Me and Cathy were just chatting before. I almost forgot to let you guys in. We were just talking about the chaos that ensues in our households on a day-to-day basis.
I sent Tammy a picture of the 2 pounds of cheese. She said, and she just came on and smiled.
Oh my God. I know her grandbaby, she was telling me, dumped a 2-pound bag of cheese all over her house. And that kind of stuff always happens, right before you're supposed to be doing something.
It does.
Right before you're supposed to be doing something important. Yeah. It's like I was just telling Cathy that last week when I was on with Tammy, it was like 7:55 and I hear Collins start to scream. I told Tammy, I was like, you can't hear her, right? Tammy was like, no. I was like, okay, we're fine then. We'll just pretend like she didn't scream for the whole entire 45-minute conversation. Hey, Patty. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Susan. Yay.
Debbie. Cathy. Hi, everybody.
Oh my goodness. I'm so happy. Okay. It is 8:02 and I want to be respectful of your time. So we shall get started. So hello, everyone. Welcome back. I am so happy to be back for another session with you guys. Happy to see the registration numbers staying so high. Happy to see so many of you guys in here. Keep it up because we're going to keep these going every week. Make sure you also catch the replay of our last Better Together sessions. So every single one is recorded. You can find them on Truera's YouTube channel, and they're also posted in the Truera Consultant Facebook group. So make sure you go rewatch them if you haven't already. I know everyone is dying to know how we did with our sponsors. You guys are still crushing it. We're doing an absolutely fantastic job. We are 6 away from our third 10, so not bad at all. We are getting closer to that next drawing, which I know everyone's pumped about. But before we continue, I've got to give the ladies who have sponsored a shout out. So we have Miss Cathy Budjenska again. We've got Miss Crystal Martin again. Miss Tammy Clary again. And then we have Miss Shirley Spence with our first Canadian sponsor of the promotion. So woo! And yes, you heard 3 very familiar names. Crushing it, ladies. Absolutely amazing. So awesome. So give them a congrats in the chat. Give them some shout outs. They're working so hard and it's paying off. Absolutely amazing. I know we're going to hear from Cathy about her success in just a minute. So with that, I want to introduce our guest. She was recognized as #1 top new consultant at Empower and sponsored her very first and second consultant as part of this Empower Linked and Connected promotion. She's a busy grandma taking care of her grandbabies, gold consultant, Cathy Budjenska.
Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy to be chatting with you. So we'll get right into the details. You sponsored your first and your second consultant during this promotion. How did that feel? Like sponsoring your very, very first consultant?
Okay, so I got it when I got to thinking about this, and of course, I was excited. It was fabulous, amazing, all those words that all say the same thing. But it's kind of fun in that when I started last year, I was excited, but I was excited because I loved the product. I had barely been using it, but I had researched the products tremendously, and I was just in love with the products, and I was really excited about it. Okay, so fast forward to now, when I my first consultant was Evelyn. She's just a sweetheart. When I sponsored her, I felt all that excitement and energy and amazement and all, but it was because I realized in my head what was in store for her. Not just a great brand of products to sell, but a community of people, the camaraderie, the support, a whole nother world that I know that she has never been a part of, because it was so new to me. It was something I had never experienced before. And so my excitement more came from knowing what she is fixing to have rather than what I had in sponsoring somebody new.
I love that. That's so sweet. And it's awesome to love something so much to be so excited to share it with them. You know that you're doing them a favor by sharing this with them. And she's about to have literally the best community behind her, like you said.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's so much fun. I love that. That's awesome. And then at Empower, we heard from Julie Stardy all about belief, right? So what made you I think you said Evelyn, right? Is her name? What made you take that next bold step? What made you believe that it was time?
Okay, so I always start my morning off in quiet time in prayer. And every day I pray that God puts somebody in my path for a reason. I mean, that's a daily thing. And my husband and I, because we have these two babies that we haven't had a date in forever. Well, we had our first date in over a year last week. But he was at home one afternoon and the babies were at daycare. And so we said, let's just go up we sing around town. And one of the places we sing is Lone Star Wine Cellars. And there's a group of people there that are real close to us. And so we knew a bunch of them were up there. And I said, let's just go up and visit for a while. And so we did. And there was a new staff member that I had all these women that were talking to me and I was talking to them, but I kept noticing her. And she was talking to Ken and a couple of people beside him. But every time I looked over at her, there was this energy and the smile on her face and the way she was connecting with everybody around her. And I didn't say anything that evening, but I did go home and talk to Ken. And I said, I think that's my next consultant.
Oh my goodness.
And he said, well, she would be a good one. So a couple of days later, I went up to see her. And I just kind of slipped her one of my cards and I said, take a look at this and then let's get together and talk. And so I just kind of left it there for a while, for a few days. But eminently, it was just her energy and her smile and the way she connected with the people around her.
I love
that. So it was just something about that said that she's
love that. And I think that, it goes, the first one of these trainings with Valerie, she talked about identifying, a genuine strength about someone. And I think that's so genuine and so intentional of you to notice something about her that made you think like, wow, she'd be great at this, or she'd benefit from this. So that is absolutely amazing. And really bold of you to just go ahead and bring your card. I feel like more of us need to do that, to have that belief and be brave and just kind of take that step, because that's hard to do, especially in person. And clearly it paid off. She took a look and was interested. So I was just going to ask how you asked, but did you follow up with her after, or did you just kind of slip her the card? And
no, I did. I went back up there when I knew she was going to be working, and I caught her kind of over at the computer by herself. And I just walked up and I said, have you had a chance to look? And she said, yeah, tell me a little bit. So my really fast spiel, I said, well, we're the first and really the only who has an entire line of skincare and treatments and makeup, clean color that's probiotic, prebiotic based, microbiome friendly, microbiome healthy. And I'm starting to build a team. I said, so yeah, that's what we are. She said, I'm really excited about that. I'm really interested in that. And I said, okay, so are you busy Saturday morning? She said, no. And I said, let's have breakfast. And so we met for breakfast that next Saturday. I find out that this is a part-time job. One of the things that she was excited about is that her full-time job is at a chiropractor's office. That's a health and wellness oriented facility.
How perfect.
So everybody in her office is very interested in health and well-being and clean and nutritious. And so, but she's also those two jobs, and she's remodeling a house. So it was kind of a crazy time. But we had breakfast and we talked, and I brought my tablet with me and showed her some of the back office and the technology suite. And we finished breakfast. I said, what do you think? And she said, sign me up. Okay.
My goodness. What a God thing. You said you pray that someone's put in your path, and it sounds like it was exactly that. I mean, the fact that that aligned so well with her lifestyle of health and wellness. And it sounds like that was the perfect natural way to start the conversation about the opportunity with her. You guys built that connection. You built a relationship, went to breakfast. You're a real person just sharing this with her. So I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Karen said, did you just give her a business card? Yeah, you said you just gave her a card, right? And then you followed up afterwards.
I carried one in my pocket, and I thought, if I have a chance, I'll slip it to her. And I was kind of like, but yeah, I had the chance. I had the opportunity.
Paid off. You did it. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was, I had just handed her a card. I said, this is me. This is what I do. This is my website, and this is my Facebook page. Just take a look, and then let's get together and you tell me what you think. So
I love it. So then what are your plans for Evelyn? Like, do you have an onboarding plan for her? Are you going to help her do some kind of launch? Have you talked to her since? How's she feeling?
I had her over at my house. My office is all like True Aura, and
I love it.
It's very girly. My husband won't come in because there's too much estrogen in this room. But I brought her over here, and we sat down at my computer because it's bigger. We can see everything, and so we went through. This is a godsend. This is just amazing. The new consultant's pathway. So we went over this, and she started putting together some names of people for a launch. I told her that she's scraping all the popcorn off the ceiling in her home in every rooms. So I said, we could do a launch here at my house. And so that's the plan. But we went over the back office really well, and we went over the new consultant's pathway, and I showed her the technology suite, so she knows now how to send videos and how to send PDFs and stuff from the files to either someone's phone, or I sat here and sent them to her so she could see them, and then she could see how they drip back to you to give you information on what somebody looks at it or goes to the website. Or so we spent one afternoon doing that, and she was really impressed with our back office. So now the next step is we're going to have a launch, and she's trying to get together a list of who she's going to invite. So I'm putting an invitation together for her for that, and we'll do that here.
Look at you. Obviously, you have a great leader because you are turning into a great leader for your first teammate. You're just setting her up for success, giving her the rundown, all the technology. So you said you're going to the plan is to do an in-person launch at your house, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what's that going to look like? I think about that all the time for when I'm, going to sponsor. And if there were to be an in-person event, like, is that somewhere where you just talk about the products, or are you planning on actually like having them try out the products? Do you know?
Well, we'll probably do it. I've done a couple of in-person parties, and I've got on Saturday. I've got a few coming up. And so that was actually my first party was what really gave me the confidence that I could do what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
After my first party, I had people telling me that had been there, but they didn't tell me, but they told somebody else that she really knows what she's talking about. It really made sense what she said, and just a whole lot of really good comments, and so it made me a lot more confident in saying it again. So I told Evelyn that we would do that here, and I just put a table out, and I kind of grouped our products, like my skincare.
Treatment,
core 4 and advanced treatment and body care, and then I do our makeup separately, and so we kind of went over the core 4 first, and I had a few people that I took sponges and hair bands, and we set up a washing station where they could do everything and then try it all out. And so I did. It's kind of funny. My first party, and then a couple of weeks after that, I got like 11 or 10 new TLCs, which that was, that's such a boost. So I want that for her. So we'll do it exactly the same way. We'll just set it up and explain the product, explain why we are who we are, and why we're so concerned with microbiome and health and the well-being and the immune system, not just for your skin, but for your entire body, and how makeup and skincare plays a part of that. So we're going to just kind of do a party like that, and just invite her friends and say, this is what she's doing now.
I love that. And I like that people actually be able to have their hands on product, because I think that's so important.
I think it's important.
Yes,
Very.
absolutely. Because when you try it, you love it. I mean, the product speaks for itself. So that's perfect. So what advice would you give to someone who is wanting to do the same thing? So someone who's never sponsored before, maybe they have someone in mind, maybe they don't. What advice would you give them?
Get over yourself.
Yes.
I had to get over mine. You know, you put so many reasons why you can't do it in your head, so many barriers and so many roadblocks, and they're usually barriers and roadblocks that a baby can knock over. But you
Yep.
just have to trust that your product, and ours most definitely is good enough to speak for itself.
Yeah.
And it does. And so knowing that, I just would try to instill in anybody that comes in under me that you don't have to say a lot, because our company's products say it all for us.
Totally.
And we have such a great back office that gives us all the tools that we need.
Yeah.
And so one thing that I will tell everybody is, like I told Evelyn, I said, I'll do your launch and you get 2 parties under your belt. I will say I'll do it all. I'll say it. Because if she's like me, and so many people are, but I'm ADHD, you can tell by how fast I talk. I have to see it and hear it before I can say it to somebody. So just know that there's that the product and the company and the camaraderie and the community speaks for itself, and it just emanates through you. You know, this company is just a light for you, or a light for you, or a light for you. When you open your mouth to talk about us, it's all positive. There's just nothing that's not positive about it. And if you want something to be irresistible, you have to be excited about it. So that's what I've told these 2 new girls. You just have to be excited about it, because if you're excited about it, somebody else will be too.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. I love that. And, you know, we're just queens of real talk over here at Better Together Training. I love those words. I'm gonna use it. Just get over yourself. That's the advice. Just get over yourself. You got to do it. Ask the question. I love it.
But that's what I had to do.
It's perfect. I feel like that's what a lot of people have to do. You just got to swallow your pride and get over yourself. Do it. Real talk. Real talk. Okay. So now that you've sponsored, actually, before we move on, let's kind of go over those same, just real quick. We don't have to like go in detail, but for your second sponsor, because you did that, did it work the same way? How did you know this one? All the things.
This is somebody that I have had in mind for a while. I did a Facebook party that was really fun. But it was during a crazy time, and she didn't have a whole lot of participation, but she's been real interested. She purchased, and her mom purchased, and another friend, but she lost her dad to a cancer a few years back, and his immune system was so compromised that they became very interested in everything clean. Chemicals and stuff they wouldn't bring into their house. They couldn't bring into their house because it was detrimental to his health. Wow. And so she became very, very interested in products that were clean and healthy. So when she found out what I was doing and what we had, she was very interested. She came over to the house one night before we ever started that. And so we could just kind of talk about True Aura. And so she was just about ready to join. And she went down to Conroe, Texas for some training for her job, is in daycare. And everybody that went got COVID. And so she stayed at the hotel. She had to pay for like another week of hotel, plus her rent here. And so her money situation was kind of compromised. Yeah. So, but we stayed in contact, and I was thinking that the new consultant thing ended when our color trend.
Yeah. Okay.
When I realized it extended, but I called her, yesterday, and I said, okay, are we doing this or not? She said, just sign me up. So,
yay. Okay, good.
And she's using the product. She's used the product for about a month now. And so it was totally different. It was, I approached her, it was because of the clean, healthy aspect of the product.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. It's so crazy how it works for so many different people in so many different ways. So now that you now that you have these two sponsors, do you have like any other prospective sponsors? Who's next? What are you
I
doing?
have one on the fence.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
Kind of
tell us
funny.
about this one.
I thought she might sign up yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
And she was talking to me yesterday, and this is so funny that she would say this to me. For people who don't know my life story right now, we had to take custody of two grandbabies that just turned 2 and 3, but we got them when they were 8 months old and 20 months old.
Oh.
So full time. But one of her things that she said to me was, well, I keep having to keep the grandson. I went, I am not the person to say that to, because I can go
like, tell me about
it. So that was kind of funny that she said that.
Oh my goodness.
I keep having to keep my grandson. And I'm going, well, at least it's not 24 hours a day.
Yeah. You're like, trust me, take it from me. It doesn't matter. You can make it work.
So she's okay. I'm thinking about it. So she's like I said, she's right here on the fence, but
Yep.
I think within the next few days she will come on over.
Perfect.
She loves the product. She's real interested in it. So yeah, I think I think Kay will be.
So how did you meet her? Is that someone that's already been in your life, just a friend?
Nope, met her at one of the parties that we had 2 months ago.
Oh my gosh. See, that's like what we said.
Parties are they're amazing. Parties are amazing.
Yes, because you run out of people, but that one person knows another 15, like we said. So that's perfect. Get these parties in.
Yeah.
And then I know you're also someone who is super, super active in your consultant Facebook group, your business Facebook group. So how are you engaging your customers in that group? Like what kind of things are you posting during this promotion? And I guess for prospective consultants too, have you shared about this?
I don't share a whole lot. I put a couple of things on my private page. I have a private page. I have a public Truora page. I have my public personal page.
Yeah.
And then I have an Instagram page that I do quite a bit on. But on my private VIP, my clients page, I post every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. I always post what our specials are. I always post something that's just kind of inspiring about what I do and who I work with, and then just some of my life.
Yes.
And I think I said this at Empower. People want to do business with people that they know. And if all they know about you is that you sell Truora, they don't know you. They know what you do. So the grandbabies are on there, singing at the around town is on there sometimes. It's just kind of a little bit of everything. But people who like a post, or they talk about a post, or they comment on it, I will go into my messenger and grab one of the things out of our technology suite and send it to them if they like something about the Core 4.
Yeah.
Core 4 video, and send it to them. Same thing. And I know all these people, but I do the same thing now on Instagram. I'll get someone who likes a post that they might live in Timbuktu. I have no idea.
Yeah.
And I'll grab something like the product catalog and why Truora video, and I'll just send that to them in a message. And I've gotten a lot of feedback from people that I don't know by doing that. So
great.
I'm kind of concentrating on that right now.
Yeah.
But then I've been sending the get started video.
Yeah, the getting started. Yep.
And the new consultants kit to a lot of people privately.
Yeah, that's perfect. Oh my goodness. I love that. And I love what you said about how, they want to talk to someone that they know things about. And that's kind of goes back to that sharing authentically, that sponsoring cycle that they sent out that graphic about. That's exactly what we're talking about. They want to know who you are too. And like you said, if it's just Truora, everybody loses interest real quick. So it's nice that you're doing that follow-up, independently. You're sending it separately to your page or whatever. So I think that's great. And then what are you doing to help reach new consultants or prospects in your group? I guess you just kind of answered that. So you're sending out information on the new consultant kit. Yes. So how do you decide who to send that to? Like, are you just...
Well, I also have some friends in other states that I've asked them for a referral for just someone I can send information to that might be interested. So I have a list that it's got about 25 or 30 people on it right now that I'm just kind of sending things to. I don't want to overwhelm them but I want
Yeah.
to send something to you and say, your friend so-and-so said you're really interested in health and well-being and you love makeup. And so I thought you might like to take a look at this. We're a young company that's on the brink of just bursting into something, bursting the microbiome field wide open.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of using that avenue to try to just kind of
Meet new people.
find
Yeah.
some new blood.
I love that. Asking people.
that one?
I've never even thought about that because, I feel like most people, actually probably everybody in this meeting, they have some kind of customer that they could go to that say, hey, do you have anyone that would be interested in these? Because you've got loyal customers that love the product, and odds are they're friends with like-minded people who would also enjoy the product. So that's a great idea.
And if they send me a name of someone who ends up buying or, becomes a client, then I will reward them with product of some sort.
I love that. That's nice. That's really, really nice. Tammy said, Cathy, you exude excitement. Yes, you do.
Notice that these are good.
You do. I know. Y'all, don't forget, if you have a question for Cathy, go ahead and put it in the chat. Cathy, did you have anything else that you wanted to share? I know I grilled you, but if you had anything else you wanted to share, words of wisdom or encouragement.
Let me think.
Yeah.
When I joined True Aura, like I said before, it was all about the product because that's all I knew about True Aura. I had watched this company for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I was a registered nurse in surgery for a lot of years, but before that, for 19 years, I was a naturopathic nutritionist, and I preached probiotics every day of my life. I had a store that had thousands of natural products in it. And if someone would come in and say, out of all these thousands of things in here, if I could only buy one thing, what would it be? And every day, every time I would say probiotics. That's the key to balancing whatever you do. And before there was makeup and stuff, I would make my own things in my kitchen using probiotics and
that's amazing.
Things that I was able to buy individually. But so when y'all launched, I watched until I just couldn't take it anymore. And
that's amazing.
It was,
and here you are.
But I found out real fast, very quickly, that it wasn't the products, it's the community and the camaraderie and the love and respect and knowledge from everybody that's around you. So I'm telling all of my new people, all of them, I have to. I'm telling my new people,
all of them, yes,
that there's a wealth of knowledge and a wealth of information that if we don't know something, there's somebody who does. And so
there is. That's right. And that's why I love tonight. That's what we're sharing. You're sharing your wealth of knowledge because you are a wealth of knowledge. Jean says, Cathy, are your parties more Facebook or in person now?
So I was doing Facebook and some Zoom parties in the beginning, but I have done a party. I did a party in June, July, August. I've got one in September. I've got two in September. So I've had several parties scheduling, and I'm scheduling a party off of a party. So when I leave one party, I know we have another one.
Yeah.
But I have a Facebook party coming up soon. So, and I think I'm putting together, I haven't launched it yet, but I'm putting together an event that's kind of like a job fair. But it's just going to be the opportunity, and I'm going to do some live videos and some recorded videos and some things about our opportunity and kind of invite people to that, like a Facebook party product. So we'll see what that does.
That's awesome. You're working it. Oh my goodness. Grandbabies or not. Holy cow.
Can you hear this one over here going, na, 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 na?
No, I can't, but that's amazing. I can hear mine back there moaning and groaning too. It's fine. Okay, Maria. Yeah, absolutely.
Please. Hang on.
Yes. This is real life, y'all. Oh my goodness. Hi. Hello.
I don't leave her cooped up in there anymore. So this is Harley. Oh,
Harley. Hello,
Good
sweet
luck,
girl. Look at those strawberries. Oh my gosh, so cute. Facebook parties, events, or in group. Okay, Maria wants to know, are your Facebook parties in events or are they in a group?
They're in events, and I've had a couple of problems. I've had a couple of problems with my private page doing an event. So I'm having to do it in my public page, my Cathy Budjenska me page, and then just invite people from groups. So
Okay.
why it was not allowing me to go to do an event in my private page, but I had some trouble with that.
Okay, that must be what Maria is talking about, because she said Facebook seems to review my private group party posts.
Yeah, so I'm just doing it in my public page, making it a private event and putting and inviting people from my private group into it.
Okay. Okay. So it's on you're creating it on your public page, but you're making it a private event.
Right.
Okay. Does that make sense, Maria? Okay. That's helpful. Good, good, good. All right. Any other questions? Yes. She said, yes, that's my problem.
Okay, good. Good. Yeah. Cause I found that out with the last two parties I tried to do.
Sweet Harley. Oh my goodness. Okay. We'll see if any other questions come in, but can you think of anything else before I start to give every little reminders?
I can't think of, I mean, you have asked me just.
I know, I've been grilling you. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
So cute. Oh my goodness.
Stop that.
Girl.
We live life in my house, people. We live life in
Oh my gosh, I'm cracking up.
No, I can't think of anything else. The one thing that I would say is that because a lot of people from one party will show up at the next party and the next party and the next party, I'm having to kind of change things up. So we're going to do a face cleaning. We're going to do a core 4 at my next party this coming Saturday. And we're going to do a makeover.
Love it.
And spend that time just talking to where people can ask questions about the whole line and what we're doing as we're doing makeover. So we're going to do 2 people at a time. At one time, I'm going to do a cool skin and orange skin, and kind of change up.
I love it. Look at you. You're getting everybody set up. Okay. So first of all, I want to thank you, Cathy. Thank you so much for coming on and talking to us and taking the time out of your evening away from sweet Harley to do
this. It's such a blessing for y'all to ask me. It's
oh my goodness,
really an honor.
Well, you're crushing it. And we love, love, love for you to share your knowledge with us. I think these nights are so valuable hearing from each other. So thank you again for taking the time to share what's working for you.
Oh, thank you.
And then for anyone that is still hanging out here, I want to mention one more thing. Cathy actually held it up, the final pages of the new consultant pathway. We talked about our 5 people, 5 things. If you look at the end of it, the last couple pages, there's a printed copy that includes in each new consultant kit. And it's available through the Share app and in the resources library. So it's great for sending to those new consultants that we're sponsoring, because we are sponsoring, and getting them started. So that is perfect. Beautiful smile, Cathy. Awesome job, Cathy. Thank you. Thank you. You're getting lots of shout outs, Miss Cathy.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Also, y'all, either tonight or tomorrow, tonight before you go to bed or tomorrow morning, make sure you share about our cleanser promo. 1 cleanser, buy 1 cleanser, 1 goes to Project Beauty Share. I think
awesome.
that's so amazing what the company is doing, giving 1 of those away. So just share a little bit about the cleanser and share that we're doing the buy 1, give 1. All righty, guys. Thank you. Thank you for hopping on with us. We will see you next week. Yes, next Wednesday. Bye, guys.